It's just after midnight, so it's Thursday already again. Crazy. Uh, this erecting of the new swing set or leveling the ground and putting up the new swing set and all that is not going to happen till Saturday now. And another thing is, Brian injured himself. It's the kind of injury that I had. I probably still do have. I just have to be really careful. He was, the baby was fussing, so he was holding the baby. He was outside. It might have been in the park the other day. We stopped at the park after picking up Spencer. And Brian was holding the baby, who was only like 30 pounds, and rocking back and forth and twisting back left and right and running. And I think he said he heard some pop or something. He injured his knee. He could hardly move. So he missed work yesterday. He was laying on the couch with ice on his leg and even went to urgent care. They took an x-ray. They might have to take an MRI because there's pieces or something in the joint. He says, "Oh, I'm getting old." Really? What am I? Ancient. He will be. In 6 days' time, he will be 42. Yeah. I have a headache again. Up here, as right through the middle, right through my ears. My eyes hurt, my head hurts. I can hardly move. I can't get up off the ground very well. I know a lot of it's age, a lot of it's because uh, I'm not in shape. And I'm too freaking lazy to get in shape. And then, I eat late or I eat the wrong things and I'm gaining weight. What happened? I was doing really good for a little bit. It's supposed to rain this weekend. So I don't know what the swing set may be It may be like everything else around here. It just gets postponed. I started using some fingernail polish. I was going to throw this. I got different colored extra fingernail polish at Christmas time because I bought a little tiny string of clear lights. And I took fingernail polish and was painting them different colors because I was too cheap. I know. It's a project, it's a thing. And I thought about throwing them away. And then I thought, well, the gnomes, the sun bleached gnomes and habitat. So I started cleaning it off and painting it up. And I should, if things go well today, I don't know how much I'm going to be needed. Brian's day off, normal day off is today. And will he need me to tend to the little guy? I don't know. If so, then I'll try to do all that stuff. I'll try to do all that stuff when the little one's napping. I find myself extra tired a lot. Not sure exactly why, but. And I think we all have some kind of allergens and allergic reaction to stuff. Ashley says she has allergies like to grass. Like if she mows the grass, she has to wear a mask. There's a lot of dust. It's very windy, and we're near the edge of the high desert, and we get a lot of dust through here. A lot. And it affects your voice. And Spencer's voice has been affected lately. And he won't talk. He gets very sullen. He sulks and and then yesterday he goes, "Hey, I can talk again." So it's got to be something to do with the atmosphere, the weather, you know, that affects you. I don't know. The kitty cat's on the bed. He's moved from the feet area up to my waist area on the bed, which is nice because if I reach over and pet him, I can do that. My foot gets cramps in it. My leg is hurting. I'm falling apart. But at least I'm cognitive enough. Is that right? Lately, I just don't give a shit. I don't care to look it up. But I saw a clip of Trump being interviewed by somebody. He had a photo of of a hand with tattoos on it. Supposedly the the innocent man that they took and put in El Salvador. And it had different pictures on his knuckles. And then somebody superimposed the um, 1, 2, 3, 4, or no, different things that they said that the M13 or like a gang or something. And they, like when you take a picture and you type A, B, C, and D over something and then explain what it is later, this picture had been typed on. And he says, oh no, that's on his hand. Yeah, that's on his hand. How fucking stupid. How fucking stupid. And then there's some old crusty fuckhead standing around with Trump as our savior type shit sign on the corner. And as I turned, I said, Trump is an idiot. I said he's an asshole when I passed by. I'm sure he probably gets somebody honking at him once in a while, but how can people be so fucking stupid? If, you know how they ask girls, what's your turn on? You have turn ons or turn offs. My turn on is intelligence. You gotta be intelligent if you want to be with me because, if you want to argue with somebody, sometimes you gotta. You just gotta get it out. You argue. You can't argue with a stupid person or a crazy person. You can't. Now, Bear is what he used to be called. Corrado. The gigolo type guy that I saw for 10 years before he died. Every once in a while he'd get so frustrated and so upset and angry he'd have to argue. Now that might be an Italian thing, because there's a show on Italian TV called Porta la Porta and the Door to Door, and they'd have these big stuffed shirts, these guys with suits and shirts and ties and everything, and they'd be arguing. They'd bring up a subject and they'd argue and argue, and they'd keep going. It's like you pulled the plug and or you pulled the pin out, and all of a sudden, they're arguing. And what's interesting is, not only are they arguing, the person arguing with them is arguing back, and neither one of them stop. They don't slow down. They argue over each other, and they get louder and louder and louder. And I thought that is so weird but interesting. I didn't like watching it, but I guess, you get so pent up with stuff that you just have to let it loose. So when he would argue with me, I don't know, I liked arguing once in a while, get it all out. He'd just keep going and all going and going. My brain I couldn't listen to figure it out and argue back fast enough. And why did I bring this up? I don't know. Oh, you can't argue with stupid. Yeah, you're right. Because someone like that will just say anything. And it doesn't make sense to anyone but them. Apparently, I don't know something's wrong with the dude, Something's wrong with Trump. Maybe he's threatened by Russia, some bully being bullied or threatened by somebody, and the way he combats that is just to come back at them and argue, even if whatever he says is total nonsense or stupidity. Oh, this was just going to be a quick vlog, and it's already a 10-minute vlog already. It's supposed to rain Sunday. I don't know if Ashley was going to go to the Renaissance Fair or not. If so, it's going to rain. Will they be closed if it rains? I mean rain, 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 rain. Not just rain. So Brian originally was going to have this 80-year-old guy, the swing set people were going to have this 80-year-old guy come out and build the swing set. You know, I feel bad for the guy. He didn't look 80. He looked like he's about my age. But, you know, and you need income. But I wouldn't feel safe if he would have built something. I wouldn't let the kids on it. So Brian fell back and canceled that guy. A guy that he had worked with before that landscaped the front yard. He's going to have him and his people do it because he knows their work and the guy knows what Brian likes and wants about it. And so that'll be just Ash and the kids and I on Saturday. Oh, that's going to be a mess of a day. Oh, God. But Spencer is being picked on at school. Some kid lashed out and hit him in the face. Spence hit him back, and a little girl said something nasty to him. But he's trying to earn stars. If he gets 20 stars, he gets to play a video game. And he's trying to be good by not hitting and not being, pushing or anything. And so he's been real good. But whenever I'm around, I guess he's trying to, he knows the limits of Grandma are a little further apart. So, I said, if it's me, I'm not going to be around as much because I don't want the kid to be a pain in the butt. He's got to learn limits. And if he thinks that he can push the boundaries with Grandma until he does whatever he wants, he can't do that. Because if he gets that in his head, he's never going to behave. And, I'm not going to be around forever. And I want him to learn to be a good kid, to be a good person. Today, I think it's supposed to be nice. So try to fix up the gnome village. And there's some garden weeding, weeds to pull out and stuff that needs to be done. I bought ingredients for Brian's birthday cake. It's either buy like a $60 cake from some fancy place or have a chocolate cake with like cheesecake filling. It's really good. Brian likes it a lot. It's his favorite. I like it a lot too. So I got the ingredients for that yesterday. And I got a really cool thing for Ashley for Mother's Day. She likes Harry Potter stuff. And I don't know what brought it about. I came across something online. It's called the Sorting Hat. It's made out of chocolate. And you make your cup of hot milk and you rest the sorting hat on the rim of the top of the cup and the heat will melt it. And you get your hot cocoa. But inside are tiny little marshmallows of the sorting cup, sorting hat. And whatever marshmallow color If it's a pink, you're Raven or Gryffindor or Hufflepuff or whatever the color of the marshmallows. How what a cool idea! And they said on the ad on the online, it said one left, and I thought, shit. So I rushed over there. They had 4, but I got one. It was normally $9, but they had it lowered to $6.50. That's a lot, but it's a gimmicky thing, and I thought, well, she'll like it. I told Brian about it, and he goes, oh, she'll love it. So I can't wait. I don't know when Mother's Day is. I'll have to look it up. Sometime soon, I guess. Look at Brian's birthday and Mother's Day. Anything else in May? Not that I know of. In June, they go to Canada for 5 days, something like that. I've got a mountain of health paperwork that you get in the mail and emails and stuff from various health organizations and stuff. Because I do need to do the yearly doctor thing. So I got to find out. I got to plow through all that mail and find out what's what. So I can have a doctor visit. In the mail, I finally got my license tag. Finally. I put it on the car right away. Oh yeah, in May I go to jury duty too. Yeah. But finally got the tag, put it on the license. I also got a colon testy kit thing where you go poop and you take like a little popsicle stick and you get a sample of it, smear it on this card, and mail the card back. And if they think there's something wrong, then you are scheduled for a full colonoscopy. Ugh, I didn't do it last time they sent it. But with all the history of all the cancer, all the cancer stuff my brother Richard had, started off with colon cancer, and it ended up with bone cancer, brain cancer, and everything. He was riddled. Everyone in my family, my father had cancer, my mom had cancer. David had bladder cancer, but it got rid of it. As far as I know, I don't have anything, knock on wood. But you never know. I could be skin-covered cancer. I don't know. I have such a bad headache. It's hurting real bad. I finally gave in. I had not had any of my medicine since December, trying to prove to a point that I am fine without pills. But I took blood pressure medicine last night, an hour or two ago. 18 minutes. I need someone to talk to, and I need someone to hug, and I guess I'll just be hanging out with my buddy kitty cat, Joby. I'm feeling less than, physically for sure, emotionally sometimes, and my throat, my voice is all messed up, and it's so dry that I could stick my tongue to the roof of my mouth, and it will stick there, because my mouth's so dry. I usually have a little humidifier thing going, and a fan, a air purifier, and all that. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness sakes. Well, I don't know. The world's crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen. It just gets worse and worse. Are there sane people? I think so. It's just we're so confused. When people tell you other things than the truth, and they insist that that's the truth, That's called gaslighting. And I think everyone, everywhere, is being gaslit. Oh, apparently, Canadian government re-elected more democratic, more uh, liberal, more social type of leader again, because they were all for more conservative, but with all the monkey shines that Trump is pulling, they said, fuck no. As I've heard said up in Canada, fuck no. Yeah. Oh gosh. I may vlog later. I don't know. I've got to get my shit together, but I just haven't yet. And I got to get on the ball. I really do. Speaking of which, the little one, he keeps sticking his hand down my shirt. They start early, don't they? Upward and onward.